completely new world order, if you will. Think back of when was the last time you saw the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the UK getting together, having this huge press conference about all of these different economic permutations and being joined by various CEOs of large companies. I mean, this is just something that we're not used to seeing.
Let's catch up on the investment and the details of that major investment. Let's talk to somebody who will know a lot about it, somebody who has been involved in investment of trillions of dollars, and that is Erik Hirsch. Erik Hirsch is the co-chief executive officer of investment management firm Hamilton Lane, a private equity firm responsible for $1 trillion worth of equity, and he joins me now. Welcome to Times at One, Erik. You will have been hearing, no doubt, the outline of the deal that's been announced and agreed by the US and the UK. What's your reaction to it, first of all?
Well, I think my reaction is similar to yours, and it's great to be back with you, which is details are a little bit sparse. I think not much of this is surprising. So we're seeing a big move from AI and tech-related businesses. That's not surprising. And we're also seeing expansion in the defense sector and the pharmaceutical sector, coming, frankly, both ways across the ocean here. I find none of that surprising as companies are looking to sort of shore up both their supply areas and looking to align with countries that are, frankly, just more stable and more friendly. And clearly, the US-UK relationship is strong. Now, much of the money that is being pledged is actually coming from a private equity firm who is, in a normal course of business, already investing globally. And so that is simply I would say, more of an affirmation that they're going to continue to raise capital and deploy capital. And that's all very good for the UK. That will be certainly job creating and economically enhancing. So I think net, I would look at this as through a positive lens. I'm just not sure it's all that surprising.
Right. OK. Well, if it's not that surprising, would we and should we have expected more jobs for the amount being invested?
Well, I think part of this is, to your point, the details are a little bit sparse. And so I think it's hard to do firm job calculations without knowing exactly how some of this capital is going to be deployed. Clearly, in the defense, pharma, and sort of tech-related, we're going to see infrastructure being built around that. So that has much more obvious job creation aspects to it. The private equity dollars, that's going to be it depends on where those monies are going. If that is largely going into lending, again, that's good, helping companies grow. Whether that automatically translates into job creation, I think is still sort of yet to be determined.
Right. I mean, there have been a few blows, if you like, to the sort of trading landscape for the UK, and that follows the major pharmaceutical companies like Merck saying that they would scrap planned £1 billion worth of investment in the UK and redirect spending to the US. What's been the sort of market reaction to that news?
Well, I think people are looking to see whether there's going to be regulatory change and, frankly, how much regulatory change. Companies are clearly sending signals that there are still structural impediments to being able to do business in certain areas. And so I think that was what Merck was very clearly signaling. And I think now sort of balls in the UK's court of, are they going to make adjustments in order to do that? This, frankly, might be an offset, and so they might not feel pressure to do that. But I certainly think tip of the cap to Starmer and the rest of the administration of, they have developed a very good working relationship with the U.S. administration, and I think clearly understand how to sort of play ball with them in a way that is mutually beneficial. And I think they're sort of leading by example and doing better than most other countries.
Right. Well, this better than most other countries. Of course, that was referenced by my first guest, who is a Labour peer. But there is still 25% tariffs on steel for the UK, and that is pretty difficult to stomach from the steel industry.
Absolutely. But I think that one, is, keep watching this channel, if you will. But I think that one is the one that is least likely to change, given how much of an issue that is for the Trump administration and wanting to be strong on that sector for the US-based industries. That's one where I think he continues to draw a fairly firm line in the sand and not wanting to see much change there.
I mean, when it comes to tariffs in general, it's so difficult because of the unpredictability of Donald Trump when it comes to tariffs being applied to countries around the world. How difficult is that for business? Because you cannot plan, you cannot be certain about that changing every 5 minutes.
We're in a completely new world order, if you will. think back of when was the last time you saw the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the UK getting together, having this huge press conference about all of these different economic permutations and being joined by various CEOs of large companies. I mean, this is just something that we're not used to seeing, and we're all adjusting. It is very unpredictable. I think it's hard to sort of take positions to say, well, this is going to remain in place for this X number of years or this X number of time period. And so I think that's why you see the markets continue to moving up on general macro optimism. But within that, we still continue to see lots of micro gyrations because of the unpredictability.
Erik Hirsch, Co-Chief Executive Officer of investment management firm Hamilton Lane, thank you very much for talking to us as these announcements are being made, and the Prime Minister and Donald Trump still speaking to business leaders and cabinet ministers.
And just look at what we're achieving today together. The deals and investment that you're announcing today break all records. What a day. £250 billion flowing both ways across the Atlantic. It is the biggest investment package of its kind in British history by a country mile. So thank you so much for your contribution on your part in that as the embodiment of that special relationship. And let me spell out what that means. It means life-changing investments across the United Kingdom. It's expected to create 15,000 jobs in Belfast, in Birmingham, Hartlepool, the Humber, and well beyond. It means thousands of working people will feel and will be better off. And it shows the potency of this partnership. US capital and entrepreneurial spirit combined with British ideas and ingenuity. The UK is one of the world's largest economies. Maybe not quite on the scale of the United States, I concede, but my word, we punch above our weight. And we lead the world in expertise on quantum, on AI, life sciences, financial services and more. We have the only trillion-dollar tech sector in the West, outside of the US, again, I caveat. We have the best investment, the best universities, the most Nobel Prizes, and we have Demis here, outside the US. That's what we bring to the table, and we are proud of it. That's why we both benefit from this incredible relationship. In a moment, the President and I will sign our groundbreaking new technology partnership, the Tech Prosperity Deal. It's a blueprint to win this new era together, shape it according to our shared values, and seize the incredible opportunities that are on offer. I want to thank all of you for supporting this vision. We have huge new investments from NVIDIA, Nscale, OpenAI, Google, Salesforce, and many more, backing cutting-edge British jobs for years to come. And of course, tech needs energy. So to fuel this revolution, we've struck a new deal on civil nuclear power. We discussed this, Mr. President, last time we were together, and the opportunities we had. Generating energy for millions of homes and businesses, driving down bills on both sides of the Atlantic, and driving up energy security. So I want to thank everybody here for supporting this too, with brilliant job-creating investments from Momentum and others, including building up to 12 advanced nuclear reactors in the northeast. So this is a great day for the special relationship, a celebration of what has gone before, of course, but more than that, a moment to deliver investments, jobs and deals which will improve people's lives now and light up the special relationship for years to come.
Our two countries do a great deal of business together, $340 billion last year was the number. In May, the United Kingdom became the first country to make a trade deal with the United States during my second term, and we sort of wanted to make it the first because the bond is so strong and the relationship so long. That agreement will create billions of dollars in opportunities for American farmers to sell their products into the UK, reduce barriers to trade, and give the U.S. manufacturers better access to the UK's world-class aerospace supply chain, which is really is world-class. A lot of people don't understand it, the importance of that particular asset that you have. It's a beautiful job you've done. There's no more natural partnership in the world. Together, we're building up the industrial capacity of both of our countries, which is crucial to our defense. And we work so well together in defense. I met so many of the leaders of your defending group, and many of them I've known by name, but now I know them pretty well. We had some very good meetings today and yesterday. So we're taking the next logical step with a historic agreement on science and technology partnerships, and this will create new government, academic, and private sector cooperation in areas such as AI, which is taking over the world. I'm looking at you guys. You're taking over the world, Jensen. I don't know what you're doing here. I hope you're right. All I can say is we both hope you're right. But it's pretty amazing. Quantum computing, fusion, 6G, and civil nuclear energy, and align our nations through the approach of centered deregulation and innovation. And we're going to have a lot of deregulation and a tremendous amount of innovation. It's just happening. But this new accord is already helping spur a massive wave of private sector deals worth over $350 billion alone, headlined by a $136 billion from Blackstone. That's very nice. Steve, thank you. That's why you have that location, I think. It's considered the best seat all the year. Yours is pretty good too, Jensen. That's good. That's great, Steve. You know what you're doing better than anybody. American company X Energy and British company Centrica has been announcing, and really for a long while they've been talking about this deal, the deployment of modular nuclear reactors across the UK, all across the UK. It's been in the wind for a couple of years, and now we're getting it done, generating more than $50 billion in economic value, creating up to 2,500 jobs, and powering 1.5 million homes. That's a lot of homes. 7 decades after British genius Alan Turing pioneered the field, this agreement will also help America and our British allies dominate the future of artificial intelligence. You need the energy. You have to have the energy. That's one thing I learned very quickly. They need a lot of electricity. In the United States, you need double what we have right now just to maintain that fight. We're right now, and I want to say, leading China and the world by a lot in AI, a lot. And we're creating tremendous amounts of energy and letting you create your own electricity in many, many cases. And we're giving you very rapid approvals. We're getting them approvals like they've never seen before. They used to wait 15 and 20 years to be rejected. Now they wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks to be accepted. That's a pretty big difference. And at the same time, we always have the environment in mind, but we move them along. But we're committed to ensuring that you have secure and reliable sources of American AI and quantum technology. We intend to always be the UK's strongest, closest, and most trusted business partner. Very important to us. The relationship is very important.